Ebe ekene m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị daalụ niile n'ụmụ Chineke. Kunu si esola anyị na nkwadokwa anyị n'ife anyị na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ maka ndị na-ekwu eziokwu, maka ndị na-ekwu okwu maka nnwere onwe nke Biafra, ndị nkwere onwe nke onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'aka ndị DSS. Anyị sị na Chukwu oke abịa ma ya gọzie niile. Ofu na ofu na anyị kwuru n'aka ọya dịrịrị ise. Alright, adịka o si dị na ya agbapụ ya ọsọ igosi na ife ji maka ya wee bịa maka nwoke ihe esi wee jebezie ọdịzie ka ọ gaa ahụ. O nwere nwanne anyị nwoke were nnukwu ihe o mepere anya m tata. As in, I have never listened it in this way before. This our brother revealed the shocking secret need ọ bụkwa na tọọsụ gabarụ ka igegodi ya bụ ya ahụ o kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ about DOS, sorry. Since Maazị Nnamdi Kanu eji ya na mkpọrọ, lizinigodi o nwere ihe o kwuru mmala kunu piki ya anakunu ya ikunu tiyala ya alụ ife unu chelu gbasta maka ya bụ ife. The thing o kwuru ya, as in I begin to have second thoughts about it. But kwara pedu ko someone na-ekwu ka someone na-ege gen ya bụ ife unu ga-esi ya drop your own comment ụmụ Chineke. All right, over to you, my brother. Go on. Over to you, sir.
I'm not blaming myself. Oh, please listen. Oh, I'm not blaming myself. Use wisdom to understand the area that I'm going to. When Maazị Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria, in 2021, the lawyers up to today never filed a hard suit for DSS to transfer Onyendu to prison. Anytime, in fact, it was Simon that raised the alarm. They used IPOB media to fight against Simon and say, oh, Simon wants Onyendu to be transferred to prison so that they will kill Onyendu over there. They channel the minds of all these recharge card media warriors in fighting against Simon in every slightest mistake. That is the wisdom of DOS. They are wise. If they are not wise, they cannot be able to deceive all these people. Now, follow me. Read my lips. DOS are wise. And count me where their wisdom came from. Count me where their wisdom came from. Now, from 2021 till now, ask yourself, what is the reason that the lawyer, Ejiofor, who is handling the local case here, all the international cases, Barrister Aloy Ejimako have won all of them. Ask yourself, Ejiofor, since 2021 till now, which case have he won against Onyendu? He have not even filed a case together with Ezekome that they should transfer Onyendu to prison. Do you know why? In 2015, when they tried to do this same thing, somebody gave me this hint this morning, and I go to my WhatsApp again. Another person sent me this particular thing again in 2015. In 2015, that Mazi was kidnapped in Lagos, taken to DSS. There was series of meetings to withhold Onyendu from going to prison by the DOS of then, but the good ones fought over it and rejected it. Onyendu was then transferred to prison where he was able to communicate, where people were able to visit him and give him and tell him what is happening. Ask yourself, why is, if DOS is not complicit, or if they are not wise, why haven't they use the media to fight? Why are they keeping Onyendu in DSS dungeon? Why shouldn't they transfer Onyendu to prison? they refuse to do this because the plan game is keep Onyendu incommunicado. Allow only the lawyers. Then the Nigerian government will lobby huge lawyers who will be giving Onyendu fake news all the time. Like you have seen, one barrister Ejiofor, before the Karo White Ejiofor, one barrister Ejiofor went to the prison, to DSS detention, to tell Onyendu that the sit at home is evil, that the people, our people are killing people, our people are doing this. They are working hand in hand with the group of evil lawyers to feed Onyendu with lies. And that is the reason why. And that is the reason why they have not fought over 2 years. All of you are looking sheepishly. 2 years. Onyendu is still in DSS detention. Can you survive DSS detention for 1 month? I am asking you. 2 years. Onyendu is still in DSS detention. Now, I fought over this in one of my programs. Why is Onyendu still in DSS dungeon? A DOS defender came to tell me, you and Simon Ekperima, you people want to go and kill Onyendu in prison. It's your handwork. It will not work. I sat down, I said, oh, these people are really wise. Yes, this is the wiseness. And I pray that all of them who are defending the evil method against Onyendu, who are saying that the evil is right, may it happen to their families, one after the other. DOS are really wise. If DOS are not wise, they can never be able to convince some of these Onyeji ihe picture Kezi Ijele. How they can picture Ijele? I'm seeing something that looks like Ijele picture watching me. Obiagi Inyanya. I am really exposing the DOS. They are wise. They are wise. They are wise. DOS are wise. DOS are wise to the tone that up till now they have convinced Uchechi Okukano not to raise awareness of her husband. She will only go and fight those who are fighting against the impunity method against her husband. DOS are wise that they have convinced Uchechi Okukano that business is better than the life of her husband. She was on Radio Biafra day before yesterday, which is Sunday, talking about how Ali Igbo businesses are not coming, investors are not coming in one Nigeria. While your husband is fighting to exit Nigeria, you are fighting for business to be moving in Nigeria. Do you see the two things? And if you are sensible enough, you don't see the two agenda. You don't see the deviate of that woman from freedom to fighting of economy, which is the same language your governors have been asking, saying, and Onyendu have to ask them. During the time that Onyendu was on Radio Biafra, Onyendu asked them, all these years that you have been handling economy, what have you done? No motorable road. And you are talking about economy. The same economy, your first lady, the first lady of the DOS, the wisest people on earth, are now speaking the languages of the governors. DOS are wise. DOS are wise to the tone that they were among, not all the DOS were aware that Eastern Security Network was launched. Read my lips. Not all the DOS. Chika Edoziem doesn't know. If he know, that means they are giving him information from there. The only person that was directly involved when Eastern Security Network was launched was Chinas Anwoshi. That is the only person that was directly involved because he was logistics supplier. Benjamin Mmadubugu was the key player because he was high command. Barrister Commander Ejiofor was directly involved because he was manipulating Onyendu, then telling him that this place, this thing, he was directly involved. Ejiofor was directly involved when Eastern Security Network was launched. Ejiofor was briefed when the possibility of creating guerrilla warfare was talked about. He was briefed of the needs of legal protection. Ejiofor was away. And today, DOS have become wise that they killed everything. They are now speaking the languages of the governor. Business. So tell me, is the DOS not wise? They are wise. Kelvin, Danny, David, they are wise. They are wise that they held meeting with Eastern governors. Are you aware that Chinas Anworu used his Twitter handle to exonerate the governor of Enugu State and said that he is a good man? Are you aware? Maybe you are not aware that the DOS now are campaign managers of every governor. They campaign for Soludo, including marketing his son, Nke Hassan Agwegu. And after I kicked about it in my program, I kicked about it. They have now jettisoned that one. But they are in the cabinet of Soludo. They are earning money from the cabinet of Soludo. So they are wise. Are they not wise? That is the wisdom of DOS. How many of you have such a wisdom? How many of you? That their wiseness is that they channeled their betrayal against Onyendu and they achieved it. When people kick, we want to know how Onyendu get to Nigeria. Have they answered you about that? DOS failed against the fight of Simon Ekpa. Benjamin Mmadubugu failed against the fight against Simon Ekpa. Your barrister Container Cream failed against the fight against Simon Ekpa. They know the last option they have now is the wife, the Julila. The Uchechi DOS is the last option that they have. And they have brought her to play the last card. That is the wiseness of DOS. Now, the same woman coming out to tell you, Uwa, Uwa, Allah, Allah. I said England, using America to speak Igbo, or using Queen's English to speak Igbo. That woman have not told you. Woman, you are the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Your husband got missing for 8 days. Where are you? Have she answered you? No. That is the wiseness of DOS. Have she been able to tell you? All of you married men will understand this thing that I'm saying. A day passed and your wife did not hear from you. She won't feel happy. And I have used myself the time that I went to school, the time that this commander, Odogu Dragon, told us, oh, we should go and take oath. And I went there. They now block me They now locked me. When they told me to go and take oath and return the same day, I went there. Unknowingly to me, another order was given. Whereas I am the third man in the state, another order, my junior was given order to seize me in the camp, in the school. And I went there. Let us take oath and go. They said, oh, leader is coming. Here. I was like, first day ga, second day ga, take oath. I collect her phone, collect everything. I cannot be able to reach my wife. I cannot be able to tell her my whereabouts. Did you know that my wife, before I could return the third day, my returning the third day was because some notable people were crying on my behalf, including the late A.G. Kemba, the commander of Zombie, was crying on my behalf that my health is deteriorating. The person that sent me know that I am not healthy enough, that I live on drug. And he deceived me to go and come back. On getting to there, that I am the third man in the state, not knowing that my junior had been the commander of the place. And I have no power over my junior. He have the final say over me. And I was seized for 3 days until my health, I started looking red. I cannot stay in a place that I cannot get drinkable water until my health started deteriorating. Some of the people started crying that I will die here, that I will die here. That was when my junior have to say, okay, Oya, come, let me permit you to go. And I now went. Now listen, I am making a point here. Before I could get to my wife, her faces have swollen up. Number one, I did not tell her where I was going to. I told her, let me go and greet a friend and come back. Greet a friend and come back. 3 days, disappeared. Her faces have swollen up. Okunoto, dimashetie, shinamadapo. Up to the time that she asked me, Daddy, where did you get to? I told her, from that, my friend, somebody fainted. We now rush the person to Enugu. Up till now, she did not know where I went to. But hearing from me, listen, if you have wisdom, pick point from what I am saying. Hearing from me, even if your wife don't know where you are, she must be hearing from you always. Ask yourself, where we are, every immortality, where we are Uchechi Okukano for 8 days. The woman now that is coming to tell you people, oh, your people are now killing our people. Did you not hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned our people, aiding and abetting terrorists, that if you continue, if we catch you, the same fate that the terrorists are facing is the same fate that you will face. But all of them now are now speaking in the languages of one Nigeria. This is the language that Uwazirike spoke. When I started hearing this language from Uwazirike, I cried out then. And some of my people said, oh no, Uwazirike is not going to betray. Oh no, Chief is more distant. Today, what is happening? This is what is happening. Uchechi Okukano is a complete betrayer and the wisest among the DOS. You know one thing with me, if my parents were to be alive till today, they will tell you that I don't hide. If my parents wrong anybody and call me to go and do this, I will not. And by the way, my father was a fine gentleman. My father never wanted trouble. But you know, sometimes, being children that we are, some of my siblings will go and fight and come back and lie. And the parents, you know, some parents, when they hear from their children, they will not take if that child is saying the truth, they will start acting based on what the child said. And I will always say, Mpa, chere ka anu go n'olu onye a. I don't judge because even one name. Up to today. My brother, Mazi Obinna Victor Uzaganobi. Mazi Obinna Victor Uzaganobi is here. This is one of them that they blackmailed. And I would want to tell you something now, that Mazi Obinna Uzaganobi is here. When they blackmailed this young man, I went to find out when they were saying, when they wanted to kill him, I went to check if this guy have soiled hand in blood before. And when I went to check, I was told no. Have you conspired before to kill someone? I was told no. What are the reasons that they wanted to kill him? Because this young man writes very well and they use him very well. So they felt that if this young man have to support Simon with his writing, that he will sweep this criminal in Ghana under the carpet. And they said to kill him is the best answer. They started hunting him. That is the reason why they wanted him dead. I went and checked. I did checking. And when I was the person who contacted him. And when I contacted him, I told him this. Why I am contacting you is because the gods of the land have exonerated you. That you have never killed in your life. And you have never soiled your hand in killing before. And that is the reason why I am reaching out to you. You will be saved. And through to God, by the special grace of God, he was saved to you today. These are the wiseness of DOS. They will always cry, oh, Simon is killing people. But they are the ones, anytime you hear them blaming Simon, that thing that they are blaming Simon is the things that they are doing. And if you support them, you are more evil than them. The DOS are really wise. The DOS are wise that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refuse to give up in DSS dungeon. And their last option in agreement with what they had with Nigerian government to exonerate them and forgive them and bring them back to Nigeria. That is the reason why you started hearing repentant IPOB members from Governor Soludo. Are they not the promoters of Governor Soludo? Soludo came out to tell you that repentant IPOB members are now in his cabinet, which Ikenga confirmed to you people that they are now in Soludo's cabinet. He said it on his program that Soludo's cabinet is the cabinet of Biafra people. Now ask yourself what is happening. In Anambra State, there is military roadblocks. There are kidnapping of our people. There are burning of houses in parts of Anambra. And that is the reason why you had one of their wise men, King Solomon of our time, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, saying that DOS have matched with Nigerian security agencies to fish out criminals. Ask yourself, freedom fighters merging with the oppressors. Continue asking yourself these bitter questions. I am doing this today not because I want to do this, but because the spirit of Biafra have propelled me. At a time I wanted to stop. At a time I wrote on my platform that I will be having a break. I decided to stop. But one day I did program unknowingly. At the end of my program was when I regained myself. And after the program, I shed tears. Not because I do not value my life. I shed tears profusely. Not because I do not value my life. You people know the danger of this thing that I'm saying is to anyone living in Nigeria, living in Africa. Even Europe is not safe anymore. Nigeria is the kingdom of Satan. Nigeria is the hellfire that you heard about in the Bible. That is Nigeria. That is Nigeria. So the DOS are wise. They are very wise. Very intelligent people. If they are not wise, they can never be able to manipulate your brain. To the tone that 2 years IPOB media cannot fight as they fought the first time that Ohamadike was kidnapped. IPOB media fought that you must transfer Onyendu to prison. And Onyendu was transferred to prison. Now, if you talk about transferring Onyendu to prison, the same media will tell you, oh, you want to kill Onyendu, as if the first time that Onyendu was transferred to prison, Onyendu was killed. Now, if you never know the reason why the attack at the prison was done, let me refresh your memory. Remember in 2015, Ohamadike was transferred to that same prison. Some attack was done in that prison. Can you remember that their plan was to Ohamadike to run out and they will shoot him? But Ohamadike never cared. He stayed back. As at the time that all of us, we are shouting, let Ohamadike be transferred to prison. And the DOS, we are using their media warriors. Hey, you want to kill Onyendu when you transfer him to prison. Shortly after, the same prison was attacked again. Do you see the synergy, the connection? The connection. These are players, all-time players. And I asked question that time that the prison was attacked. If you have been in Abuja, you will notice the presence of military. In fact, there are more military barracks surrounding Abuja than any other state. How did the terrorists penetrate? If not that they are playing a script together with your DOS, the wisest. They are wise. I'm not doubting. They are wise, but you know, wiseness have many categories. There are dark wiseness and there are good wiseness. Their wiseness have come in destruction of Biafra people. Clement Anato, I see you. Justin Augustine, I see you. Clement Anato, always watching from Kent, UK. Their wiseness have come to destroy Biafra people just because of money. I was speaking to one of our sisters this morning who normally call me. This our sister takes it upon herself to call me every morning. Every morning she would call me. Sometimes in the evening she would call me. She would say, I want to know all about.
ndị be anyị daalụ niile nkunu si gee ya bụ ife nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ a ị na-anya ogasị ife o make the point, and that point since Maazị Nnamdi ka na-eji ya that the lawyer agbabela akwụkwọ to transfer Maazị Nnamdi Kanu from DSS custody to Kuje prison. Nna biko tinyegodi n'alọ n'ife a, this is ngodi na ya biko achọghị m ikwu okwu o, ọwụkwụ onye na-agbachitere iche o, mana point dị as in nke a oyi oye ya bụ ife dị ọsụ yiri onwe ya oye ka ifunu chere Biafrans na ife a dis our brother kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ a gịnị kwunu chere because oge elugo oge anyị ga na-ekwu ife niile ka o si wee dị afilebere case file to remove Maazị Nnamdi Kanu from DSS custody to Kuje prison. Biko kwuo na okwu gbasara maka ife a na. Alright, once again, don't forget that this is Eastern News 24. We will give to you the latest news concerning what is happening in Biafra land. That no name Kemesiano.